Good day, grade 12s. Welcome to another lesson with KHUMALO.M. I hope you have enjoyed the previous lessons. If you have not watched, go to my YouTube channel, Geography with KHUMALO.M. Subscribe, like, and share the videos with your classmates so that we can all pass in this year of metric. So now, without a wastage of time, grade 12, I would like us to move to the exam guideline. Now, let's outline what is on your exam guideline based on the secondary sector in South Africa for the National Senior Certificate Examination of 2023. Now, the examiners expect you to have understood what secondary and tertiary sectors are and the contribution of secondary sector to the South African economy, the types of industries. And now, after the types of industries, on the type of industries, you have to understand the definition, the description, the examples of those types of industries and their characteristics. Now, we look at the heavy and the light industry, the raw material orientated industry, the market orientated industry, what a footloose industry is, your ubiquitous industry, what it is, and the breach or the break of bulk. So you must understand all these types of industries and be able to describe them, define them, give examples, and tell us more on their characteristics. Now, you also have to know the factors that favor industrial development in South Africa, looking at raw materials, the labor supply, water supply, energy supply, transport, political intervention, competition, and trade. And also you have to look at the factors that are hindering industrial development in South Africa, looking at over-concentration, transport, air pollution, labor supply, water supply, energy supply, raw materials, political interference, competition, and also what we call trade. Now, then we talk about the market-orientated industry. The market-orientated industry, grade 12, will be that type of industry. Now, that must be located close to the market in order to reduce transportation costs. Now, you can see a raw material-orientated, I can pair it with the market-orientated to learn their differences so that it can be easy for me to understand. Heavy and light, I can study them together and define and discuss the differences between the two. And then footloose industries, those are types of industries that the location of the industry does not depend on the raw material or the market, so they are found everywhere. Now, the ubiquitous industries, those are the industries that can be located anywhere because raw material is unevenly distributed. So this one is anywhere and footloose is everywhere. Then we've got the break of bulk industry. This is an industry that processes raw materials before they are passed to the industries. So this industry is found between the raw material, the raw materials and the market. And then we've got the concept of gross domestic products, which describes the total value of goods and services produced within the country's borders or for a period of 1 year. Now, another thing that you have to pay attention to, grade 12, is the definition of infrastructure. We say a system of communication links and services. And when we include the road networks and buildings for now. And then semi-skilled worker, it's a type of a worker who does routine tasks, someone who is not skilled or trained to do a specialized work. So you can only just take that part that says someone who is not skilled or trained to do a specialized work. That will be a semi-skilled worker or an unskilled worker. Then we've got the skilled worker. The skilled worker, grade 12, we say that it's a worker who has specific set of skills or specialized knowledge that has usually been obtained through formal training. So this one has a formal training, but the semi-skilled does not have a formal training. Then they can give you a question in terms of pie charts. So you must be able to interpret statistics. You must be able to interpret statistics. It's very important in your exam. Then these are the types, the mind map that shows the types of industries. You will be given industries, it will give you a statement or a characteristics of a type of an industry, where you are going to be asked to define whether it's a heavy raw material, light, market, footloose, or ubiquitous, or a bridge type of an industry. Now, looking at the difference between the heavy and the light industries, grade 12, you can see now that the heavy industry produces bulk goods, while the light industry produces small products. And then the heavy industry, they are located on the outskirts of the city, and the light industries are located close to the CBD. Then the heavy industries, they produce a lot of air and noise pollution, while the light industries produces less or no pollution at all. And then the examples of a heavy industry, we are looking at iron, steel production. It's like your Samca, which is Ford company, and your VW in South Africa. The examples of light industries include panel beating, cloth manufacturing, shoes, furniture, consumer electronics, home appliances, and then it also includes your bakeries, all those type of industries. When we look at the difference between the raw material and the market-orientated industries, grade 12, we can see that now the raw material-orientated is located close to the source of raw materials, because it is expensive to transport the raw materials. That is what I always say to the grade 12. Grade 12s, you must have a reason why you say this is a raw material. I am saying this is the raw material orientated industry because it is located close to the what? To the source of raw material. Why is it located there? It's because it is expensive to transport the raw material. For example, of raw materials orientated industries are examples: windmilling, fruit canning, and sugar mills. Then we look at the market-orientated grade 12s. The market-orientated industry include, it is located close to the market, as it is expensive to transport the products to the market. The products may be perishable, and examples of market-orientated industries are your dairy processing, your dairy products processing, and home industries. So that is market orientated industry. Then we look at the difference between the footloose and the ubiquitous industry. The footloose, it's a highly skilled people working in this industry. It requires highly skilled people to work in this industry. For example of a footloose industry will be the software company, the design and research institutions, they fall under the footloose. And then the ubiquitous will be those industries, or these industries can be found anywhere, and a good example is a cell phone company such as your Vodacom. It is the ubiquitous industry. The break of bulk, grade 12, as I've said, is also known as the bridge industry. Now, the bridge industry, grade 12, is a heavy industry, and the example of it is a sugar mill. It is located between the source of raw material and the market. So if an industry is located between the source of raw material and the market, then it is a break of bulk. Then grade 12, we look at the factors that favor and the factors that hinder industrial development. We will talk of over-concentration. And over-concentration, we're looking at many industries in urban areas. So when the industries are grouped into one area, they tend to be over-concentrated, then it hinders production there in that area. So more industries can't be developed there. When many industries are concentrated in urban areas, it creates a challenge of lack of space. Then we are not going to be able to develop a different type of industry, because the existing industries have taken a lot of space of land. Then we talk about the transport. We talk of road construction is very expensive. It is costly for companies to export goods. The railway lines are not sufficient. There are not many railway lines in terms of railway as a transport. Then a transport network, the cable theft, you know about this, it happens in your town. During this time of load shedding, you'll hear that there is electricity, but you don't have electricity in your site because there was a cable theft, which delay the transported goods, and it also delays productivity. Now, or the production. There is a huge distance to markets which add to the retail price of the goods. So there's a distance from the market to the factories, or from the factories to the market. There is a large distance from industries located away from the harbors. Air pollution, the industries cause a lot of noise and air pollution. So most of these industries of the heavy industries, or the type of industries, they are located on the outskirts because of noise and air pollution. And then we've got the labor supply. The labor supply, grade 12, there is a shortage of skilled labor force. The labor disputes such as strikes, when people strike, it decreases production in the companies. The lack of funding or subsidies by the government for skills development has not been improved. The shortage of skilled labor is still a major problem in our country. Either manufacturing such as motor vehicle parts, telephone parts, when companies use imported goods, the products produced are expensive. And then the price of imported goods depends on the exchange rate. As we know that our exchange rate, it changes. The rand becomes strong, sometimes becomes weak. So it depends on the exchange rate, that the price of the imported goods, which is unstable. Political interference is one of the problems. It leads to heavy taxation and restriction, which prevents foreign investment and further development. Competition from cheaper imported products can destroy local industries. The cheap clothes and fabric brought the SA textile industries to its needs. So competition from the cheap imported goods and versus the local goods, it poses a threat to this industry. Trade. The trade restrictions and taxes on imports to South Africa and exports to other countries led to the low profits. Trade is often limited due to embargoes and cooperation agreements. And then the factors that are favoring, it will be, we've got availability of raw materials, the large variety of raw materials. There is a good fish industry in the west coast of South Africa. There is a variety of raw materials that can be used for food processing, fruit that can be used to make wine, dry fruits, juice are available. Different climatic conditions allow for a variety of agricultural products. A variety of agricultural products favors the development of a variety of industries and a large industrial sector. Then these are the factors that favor the labor supply. We say you take the negative that you talked about in terms of hindering, and then you bring it to positive, and we say there's the availability of large skilled and unskilled labor, the water supply for processing of raw materials and cooling of machines in industries. There are water transfer schemes that add the availability of water, such as the TUVA water scheme, where we get water from Lesotho. The energy supply, many industries are located close to the source of power to reduce cost of energy. And many coal power stations are located in Mpumalanga and Gauteng because of their abundant supply of coal. The transport, we look at the railway network. We've got different types of transport networks, grade 12s, them such as road, rail, and air transport. Political intervention, we look at laws and policies that governments which support local industries to grow. And then there are laws and policies that developed previously disadvantaged establishment, looking at the Special Development Initiative and the IDZs. Competition, there is a local competition which promotes the improvement of the quality of goods that are produced. So because I'm selling shoes and you're selling shoes, so my shoes must be stronger than yours so that people can buy from me. That's competition. Trade, harbors promote trade by creating a route for export of goods, and there is a free trade which allows all companies to trade. That's it from me, KHUMALO.M, the Geography Sangoma. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Go again, watch this lesson, share with your classmates, share with your friends who are doing Geography grade 12. And then, till we meet again, don't forget to subscribe and share and like the video. Thank you so much.